morning. So, apparently I lost a lot of footage from my build. My phone that it was all on got dropped, so I will give you a walk around and show you what's been done to the car since. So, engine's in. Actually been using this as my daily. Running strong. There's a few minor modifications that I've done since I've had it. So I have, you can't really see in there. There's right here, this EG half radiator. I actually put that in last night because I decided I'm gonna go turbo with it. So here's my fuel setup underneath. I got the Walbro fuel pump with the inline fuel filter, and I've actually redone the differential. I put new axle bearings in, and I plan on doing a lift kit eventually. So here's the interior. Got all the wires tucked away and everything finally. Got a little oil pressure gauge. Got my boost gauge. Don't have turbo yet, but that's to come in the next videos. Yeah, a few little upgrades in here since the last time. You can see in right here, doesn't look like there's a radiator, but that's because, let me see if I can get it down deep enough. Well, you'll see in later videos better, but right there I have the half EG radiator, but it's the dual core version, so that I can fit my turbo right here. I'll give you a full walk around of it. Engine bay is quite a mess with wiring and all that, but I'll fix that in the future. Good morning. So, I got the car all ready. It's going on the knife today. Gonna start on that turbo setup. Here's what I'm working with right now. So I'm gonna probably be doing all the physical stuff first. I'm gonna be pulling the exhaust manifold off so that I can get the head off, because I'm gonna have to put in the forged pistons. And that also means, since I'm going to be upgrading to OBD1, that I can get rid of this guy, get rid of this, I can get rid of half the crap in there, and get rid of this resistor box over here. It's going to be nice. It's going to clean this engine bay up a lot. Alright, got the exhaust manifold off, timing belts off, getting ready to pull the intake off. And then I'm going to be removing all the wiring holding the head down so we can pull the head. And then I'm going to drop the pans, put in the forged pistons, and then put it all back together. Start assembling the turbo. Okay, head is off. And since I got the four-wheel drive bullshit going on under here, I had to take off the bevel gear so that we can drop the oil pan. So Ken Stock's up under here trying to get this oil pan off for me. And then I'm gonna be putting a hole right about somewhere around here for the turbo, for the oil return line. And then I'm gonna be pulling the pistons and putting in the new forged ones. Alright, just got done pulling all the pistons out from the bottom, because I'm a lazy ass, and so I'm not gonna pull the block apart and take it out of the car. So this is what eBay pistons look like with about probably like 3,000-4,000 miles on them. Not too bad. Now it's bad, but It'll be fine.
It does anymore.
Yeah. So yeah, all the journals look fancy and dancy and fine, and there's still quite a bit of cross-hatching going on up there, so, you know, it should be fine to put the new pistons in. I'm excited. Let's get at it. Alright, we got one piston installed. We got these bad boys right here, the Nippon pistons. They got a big old STD on the top, and then these H-beam Eagle rods with ARP bolts. You see those bolts? They're good ones. They're real good. Alright, about to get this last piston pushed in, and then gonna put the gasket back on, put the head back on. These are my new injectors I got. 550cc RC injectors. Started this build about 10:30 this morning. It's about 4 p.m. right now, so it's going pretty fast actually. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I'll pop the camera on when I get a chance. Alright, so I went to go put on the new pistons and rods, and it turns out that these older style girdles, the rods, the new fucking bolts, they'll come down and they catch right here and they hit. So that's not really good. Usually you don't want that to happen when you're driving. So what I'm gonna do is, apparently I was looking on the website and you're supposed to grind a little bit off. So I've marked all these with paint pen where they need to be grinded. So I'm gonna grind on this side and this side of it, and we'll keep grinding and rechecking until I grind it enough off. It should be fine. Alright, so apparently to make these Eagle rods with the ARP studs on them work in this engine, you have to grind the shit out of this girdle. So I had to grind all of this material out, and then I also had to gum in from the back and get it on every one of them. Took a lot of guess and check, but it was a lot more material coming off than I thought it would be. But as you can see now, it all clears just fine. The bolts come, they don't even come close to hitting now. So I was told if I'm going to reuse a multi-layer steel gasket, then you got to copper spray that shit. So I'm thinking I'll just copper spray everything, all the gaskets. So that's all back on. Forged pistons are in. Got to set the timing, pop the head on, and get the rest of the engine put together. We can play with some turbo. Alright, when you're going to put your ARP head studs on, you want to make sure to use ARP assembly lube, or else it won't torque down to the right spec. I usually put a little in there, just kind of slap it around a bit, and then just give it a nice in hand. Top end's coming together pretty well. I'm gonna throw the cams on, time it, put the timing belt on, and start on putting on the turbo stuff. This is how it's sitting right now. Got the turbo manifold on. It's all timed, head's torqued down. Now all I need to do is since I'm not going to be using this little guy, I'm not sure what it's called. Pretty sure this is the cam position sensor, and it would normally go right here, but I'm upgrading to OBD1, so I'm going to be using an OBD1 distributor here, meaning I can throw this one away that has the vacuum advance crap on it, and half the shit in this engine bay is going to get cleared out. I won't need this coil anymore because they have integrated coils. So I'm just hoping that it's just going to bolt right on, no problem. And then I just need to find something to block this hole off with.